Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I saw this clip from Piers Morgan of Piers Morgan Uncensored. He had a panel of guests, and one of them included Riley Gaines and Michael Knowles, who I really do appreciate their commentary on a lot of this madness that is happening in the world. And another person that Piers often has regularly appear, I think mainly because he's insufferable and it looks like he's great for Pierce's ratings, is Cenk Uygur, who happens to be the host of the Young Turks, I think it is, which is ultra liberal, ultra just radical in my opinion with their views. Now, personally, I think a lot of the stuff that Cenk Uygur says falls on deaf ears because I don't think that many people like what Cenk has to say most of the time because he's an insufferable human being with these radical opinions and ideas that, don't oftentimes make a lot of sense. But nevertheless, Piers enjoys having him on, and he also enjoys having on the other poor excuse of a comedian, James Barr, I think the guy's name is. But nevertheless, I am all for, honest and fair debate. And I listened to Piers Morgan recently on Jordan Peterson, and he enjoys bringing people together and having an open and honest and dialogue, I guess you could say, as well as a heated debate. And yes, a lot of the times Piers's interviews do get heated and people talk over each other. And it's quite interesting to actually watch all that unfold. And who knows, maybe one day I'll be on there, but I'm not holding my breath, to be honest, because I can be very disagreeable at times. But anyway, I saw this clip of Piers talking about, with the panel of guests, talking about how Iman Khalif and Lin Yu Ting won't agree to do another damn test. Why is that? Because they feel like they don't need to do it, first and foremost, because the IOC has gone, we don't do that sort of testing here. We're too good for all that. All you need is your passport that says female on it, and your right as rain to enter into the female boxing arena of all sports, right? Of all the sports, you want to say that it's okay for a man to enter into the boxing ring and start punching the living crap out of women. How about that? What sort of message is that sending to a lot of people? Not the very good kind, if you ask me. So anyway, Piers had said, rightly so, do another damn test. It's damning already that we haven't actually seen any of the, medical records from Iman Khalif, what took place. What if you're so worried about people calling you a male, do another test and prove us otherwise. I said it in the last video that I made about this nonsense. And look, I know that I have been covering this quite extensively, and I will continue to do so because until this nonsense is sorted out properly, which I'm not holding my breath, but I'm going to continue doing it anyway because that's the right thing to do. Doesn't matter if you get negative comments at all, but that's just part of life, right? I'm glad that the overwhelming majority of people actually agree with the actual truth. That's quite good to see. There's also a lot of people that don't, and that's concerning all the same. Because if an organization like the IBA can come out and say that Iman Khalif is male, same with Lin Yu Ting, and you go, oh, nah, we're going to disregard all that because we believe that Iman is female because Iman says so. Same with the dad, and same with the passport. You're mad. We're in a mad level of mad society. Anyway, have a watch of Piers Morgan and the panel of guests.
Found to have XY chromosomes in a test. They had a chance to appeal that to avoid being banned, and they chose not to appeal it. That is so damning. And even if it isn't, even if it was all terribly unfair, as Cenk and Wajat would like us to believe, do another damn test then. Show the world you're actually biological women. And there's a reason they're not doing it. Riley.
Absolutely. We see a lot of information being pushed out there that these are just cisgender women with elevated levels of testosterone. The IBA made it very clear they did not do testosterone level testing. They never did that, not even one time. We don't know what these athletes' testosterone levels are. What they did do was test the karyotypes of these athletes. The only requirement was that these athletes had XX chromosomes, and they failed the test. No, they haven't come out and explicitly said these athletes have XY chromosomes, But that's because the Algerian and Taiwanese Olympic Committee have refused the IBA to release these results. I mean, the requirement was have XX chromosomes, and they failed that. Therefore, let's use intuitive thinking here. Let's use our brains. We all have them. That means they have a Y chromosome. And if you have a Y chromosome, you are a male. I mean, do we need to send like half of the population back to 6th grade biology?
You just admitted that there is no such test.
They took a chromosomal test, and they failed. The requirement was 2 XX chromosomes, and they failed. Because of the Taiwanese and the Algerian Olympic Committee, they're not allowed to explicitly say these athletes have XY.
You know what?
Go watch the 30 minutes. It's a 30-minute, very brief.
You're going to keep saying everyone's lying, but the answer is just do another test and show us. And there's a reason they're not doing it.
Cenk trying to interrupt Riley Gaines when Riley Gaines is pointing out that the IBA, yes, they tested for the karyotypes of these two people, and it came back saying that they don't have XX chromosomes, making them female. They have XY chromosomes, making them male. But Cenk's going, you're lying. Mate, how in the world is Riley Gaines lying? So is that means the IBA is lying? They did 2 tests. We don't care necessarily about the levels of testosterone because apparently they didn't do a test for that. They did a separate test, which we aren't privy to because it's confidential now. But the XY chromosome test that came up saying that both Iman Khalif and Lin Liu Ting actually failed the XX chromosome test. Like you're saying that Riley Gaines is lying and the IBA is lying and everybody else that has a shred of decency and common sense about them, they're lying too, but somehow you're the truth bearer in all this because you believe that Iman Khalif says that Iman Khalif is a woman and that we must believe that. So you're one of these imbeciles that walks around the dingbats, I should say, that walks around going, oh, let's forget about biology. Biology doesn't exist. We don't need biology in today's day and age. That's not important. What is important is someone's word, you know? And then Cenk's also going, there's no test. Mate, you're able to tell a person's DNA by doing a mouse swab. Like, are you saying that you can't get or you can't see a person's actual biological sex by not doing a test? Are you kidding me? Are you that dumb? Are you that stupid? Sounds like it to me. By you saying and you going on air, there is no such test. Mate, that is a very damning statement if you ask me. Like, get your facts straight. You're talking about us getting our facts straight. Get your own facts straight. I think that's one of the main reasons why Piers has Cenk on, because a lot of people get mad at what Cenk has to say. Even Piers was getting mad a little bit towards the end. Like, I think Piers, like, he understood. He understands this madness. He's been at the forefront of all this for quite some time, and I've read a lot of his comments about this nonsense, and people are going up against Piers. Like, they are just letting Piers have it, even though Piers has the truth. It's absurd. And yes, I know Piers has got a little bit of the facts wrong in terms of Sawyer syndrome and all that sort of stuff. But nevertheless, he's been right about pretty much everything else because that's the information that we have at hand. And even the IBA has come to Paris and done several different press conferences. And you have a doctor, Ionis, I believe his name is, who said, and I've made a video about it, so you can go and watch that one too. The doctor is saying biology doesn't change. You can't change it. So stop trying to change it. And it's just amazing to me how you've got people like Cenk Uygur, which, again, I'll say is an insufferable human being that says these lies and gets away with it. Like, tell the damn truth. Or at least, for the very least, do not lie. Is that so hard to do or to even ask? The truth is staring at you blankly in the face. But even still, I don't think you would be able to comprehend the truth, even if it punched you in the face. That's how far gone you are, I believe. So Martin Lyles, who I really do appreciate a lot of his takes with things like this, but the reason the Olympic boxing situation has become a cause of such insufferable frustration for some is because we all know 2 things. First, men are a lot stronger than women. Yep. In boxing, men punch 160 times harder in more or less all sports. The advantages are similar. Even Serena and Venus Williams were thrashed by 203rd ranked male player Karsten Brask in Melbourne Park in 1998. He beat them 6-1 and 6-2 in back-to-back games. So when you face an elite male athlete and you put them up against an elite female athlete, the chances of the elite female winning very slim, if none at all. And you put them up against boxing, they're going to get pummeled. Yeah, because men have a higher strength rate and a higher punch rate than that of a woman. So, I spoke about in one of my other videos in regards to why that is, because if you are a biological male, your bone structure, if you go through puberty, your bone structure gives you those advantages as well. So it's not just about testosterone and everything else. It's also about the way you're designed. It is a raw fact of life that women are made with different strengths compared with men, not physical strength. Second, we just know intuitively that men are made to use their strength for women, not against them. So the IBA saying that we don't want a man punching a woman is a good decision, but the IOC going, forget about what the IBA says. They got no idea. We want a man punching a woman. By all means, let's have it. What we see is a perversion of masculinity and an abuse of femininity that runs exactly opposite to what is good and right. It therefore riles one up from deep inside if they have a moral compass. Yes, but we're seeing a lot of people that don't have a moral compass at all at the moment, which is rather concerning. Show honor to the woman as the weaker vessel, since they are heirs with you of the grace of life. 1 Peter 3:7, using Bible. So that helps. A possible third reason is simply the complexity of deception and doublespeak that has been deployed to confuse the issue. Such as, they're a woman because they identify as that. Okay, no, they're not. Based on what we know, it is very evident that there are males, people with XY chromosomes, male testosterone, and the advantages of male puberty, punching women in the face for the world's top sporting honor, a gold Olympic medal. And I've said it before and I'll keep saying it. Hey, the Olympic Games. Who would have thought? You're a man, punch, they're making physical violence an Olympic sport and you can get a gold medal out of it. And the whole world's watching, going, what? Even saying it like it makes your skin crawl. And so it should. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Again, this is one of the main reasons why I've been so prevalent in talking about this, because I'm sick of it. Something needs to be done. Caption 1, the IOC has publicly said they are not transgender cases. Implied they may have DSD cases. Overtly said they were accepted due to female on passport. Number 2, chromosome test has been confirmed by multiple sources, including sources not currently affiliated with the IBA, so they do not have chromosomal abnormality. Number 3, musculature and physique is quite masculine, so they do have, somewhat Sawyer syndrome, but I'm not 100% certain about that, would entail no natural puberty. So number 4, if DSD, then that leaves 5-alpha reductase deficiency as the only remaining answer, i.e. testosterone did not do all the things it normally does due to an enzyme deficiency, no facial hair, for example, but they do have testes, possibly internal, male levels of testosterone, male puberty advantages, external genitalia, may appear female, and sex may have been misidentified at birth. People say it's mean to do this analysis, but it's far more than mean not to. Truth is the best standard. And some people just go, the truth is hateful, it's hurtful, I can't stand the truth. Well, you're the problem if you can't stand the truth, mate, because the truth hurts. Get used to it. I'll say it again, just in case people have forgotten already. But if we forget or if we reject, it's not about forgetting, it's about rejecting biology, we become this society that is mad, really mad. And I think what Martin said, I think what Piers has said is totally right, that why not do a test? Why this is making people frustrated, upset, and rightly so. Women can only feel for them. And the women that are in the boxing ring having to fight against these men. They know full well their Olympic dream is going down the toilet. It's been thrown out the window because of these men. And the IOC knows it. But they don't care. They're making a political statement right now. It is the wokest and the crappiest Olympics I've ever seen in my lifetime. I've seen a few. This is the worst, by far. So if nothing changes, nothing changes. So that's why we've got to speak up. Speak loud. Otherwise, these people are going to continue speaking very loudly and continue getting what they want. And that is railing over women. Why is it that we don't see women entering into male category for boxing? Be absurd. So we'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. But I appreciate each and every one of you watching and continuing to share. Let's get this message out. Let's hammer it home. Hopefully something is done about it. You guys take care. You be blessed. And I'll see you all in the next video.